Good evening and welcome to Paul T's World, and in this video we're going to have a look at what is happening on the patio. As you can see, it's a working garden today. I've got lots of pots that I've brought from the local garden centre. People can take their old pots there to recycle them, and I need a lot of pots because I'm splitting more hostas. So these are two nice little hostas that I'm going to split. So let's have a look at those two guacamole. Well, it was a one guacamole, wasn't it, that I split, and here it is. So it hasn't been too shocked. It looks okay. So that's that one, and the other one is right here. Yeah, I'm really pleased with that. So they are going to be really good next year. Now, this one may be a named one. Let's see if there's a name on there. No, there isn't. Some of these I do know the names of. Some I've bought from plant fairs where I haven't known the name. As you can see here, the snails have got to some of the leaves. Just started here. And let's have a talk about my philosophy on these snails and the slugs. Now, actually, this one here, this is a named one. Janet. That one's called Janet. It's nice when you've got the names. I rather like that. Oh, and in fact, this one is a big one. Here we are. Let's have a look. Okay, Empress Wu, that one. Not big yet. Again, I think I should repot it. Let's get some size to that one. I don't know the name of this one. This one's a big bruiser, isn't it? And my favourite this year at the moment is this one here. Just look at that. Isn't that lovely? Oh, I love hostas when they're looking like this. And that's my philosophy of slugs and snails. Just have more hostas than you've got snails, and I know from that last video that's a kind of a tall order, but let's have a look at those two hostas I actually videoed and did those time lapses. Here's the camera I use. It's just a trail camera, and I set it on time lapse overnight, and I just put it over here, and these are the two hostas that I videoed. And the snails have had another little munch, haven't they? Now, this is a wild area. Oh, look at this hosta. Now, I'm smiling because if the slugs and snails can stay over here in this wild area, oh, here's a nice one, then I'm happy enough. I've got my hostas in pots on the patio, and the snails are distracted here. Oh, they're just starting on this one. There we are. Now, this is the worst they've ever been. I've never had snail damage like this at this time of year. And it's because, no doubt, of our absolutely wet spring. So as you can see here, if I just stand back a little bit, there we are. This is a wild area. There's the pond. We've got some trees here. I've got that yew tree that actually seeded itself there. And this rather lovely, what is it, a flamingo willow? Oh, I really like this. As much as you cut it back, it then comes back the next year. Really nice. So the back of the pond here, and where this euonymus is where everything is. There are toads here, mice, frogs, snails, and the hedgehog, when he comes, well, it's a she hedgehog, she goes along there and hops up there and goes back here, probably after some of the slugs. The fox comes along here, the cats, the neighbours' cats come along, everything makes its way along here. And I'd just like to say at this point that hedgehogs are not good at getting rid of your slugs. I don't think they eat snails at all, not quite sure on that, but the mucus, the slime on a slug is not what hedgehogs like, and they spend a lot of time scraping away any mucus. They will eat these slugs, but they much prefer other things such as beetles, worms, etc. The other problem that slugs cause hedgehogs is lungworm. So hedgehogs can get lungworm from slugs. And my hedgehog much prefers kitten biscuits to slugs. It's been so cold, it's barely 14 degrees centigrade, and so these Brugmansia cuttings, just look how undeveloped they are. Let's just see if, yeah, there are roots there, and I should repot them actually, but I haven't done. The mint here is looking a bit mildewy, not so good. We've got a bay here. There we are. And the agapanthus. These were from seed actually, I think, originally. And just looking here, we've got some flowers coming, and obviously one there. I'm going to repot these next spring. Here's another one. I don't know if there's any flowers here. Sometimes you don't get flowers at all, even though I'm watering these well and I'm feeding them with tomerite, which apparently is good. The way I deal with these agapanthus is I simply, in November, put them in the shed and just leave them and get them out in March. And that's how I deal with these agapanthus, evergreen agapanthus. We've got some lilies here, tiger lilies. I've been assiduously looking out for the lily beetles and taking them off. If you don't take them off, they will lay eggs underneath and the larvae will cover themselves in their own excrement. And then when they emerge, they'll nibble holes in all the leaves and it'll look horrible. So keep an eye out for the lily beetles. And what else have we got? We'll just come round and look at the acre. This performs so well and is growing. This is all new growth here. I love it when it touches the ground. Just next to it is an Aeonium Schwarzkopf that I've just left out since the spring. This is one where what did I do? Here we are, I think I cut it back here. And look at all these little rosettes. And as it grows up, the leaves, the bottom leaves fall off and it just keeps growing up. So if I just pull these bottom ones, see, these leaves will come off. It's the herringbone, Cotoneaster horizontalis, that's what it is. And this lovely gold euonymus. I've got this acer here. It never did well past June. It used to shrivel up and the leaves would kind of die, and I repotted it. I cut a lot of the roots off because it wouldn't go in this pot, and it's loved it. It now has lovely green leaves, chartreuse perhaps. And behind we've got the camellia. Now it looks a little bare, sort of round here and here. That's because I've cut it right back. I took the hedge trimmer out to it, and I should do that every year. As soon as it's finished flowering, trim the shrub as you want it to be, and it's fine. It will now grow new leaves. Oh, here's some nice little new leaves growing. and it will flower come February next winter. Here are another 2 hosta. I've just split them just a few minutes ago, just before starting this video, and this is Great Expectations. So I've got a name for that, which is nice. The clematis that I grow up the house, Bill Mackenzie, as I say every year, I cut it back here, just down to here, and up it goes. And it will start flowering, I don't know, August, maybe September, and then in the autumn it'll have those lovely spent flower heads, seed heads. Beautiful. And planted in the patio is a hydrangea. So this is a lace cap hydrangea. It's got all its flowers ready to come out. It's so reliable, the hydrangeas in my garden. Whatever I do, they flower like crazy. So I'm really pleased with that. So if I just come back, we can see a view of the patio. Now I haven't tidied it up or anything. It's just a working day today. And as soon as I've finished the video, these 2 are going to be split. In the end, my philosophy of the hostas is grow enough hostas that you have more hostas than the snails and the slugs can manage. Split them, put some where the snails are and put some where they're not. So I'm actually quite relaxed, in fact, about those snails. I kind of feel a little bit protective of them. As long as they don't come across the patio, I think we're going to live in harmony with them. And indeed, I might be videoing them again at some stage just to see how they're doing and to make sure they're okay. And I'll see you next time. Oh, give this video a like, it really helps. You know the score. And I'll see you next time. Bye.